Yo, what up, it's Don.
Sammy Lee here.
We are the Soul Brothers.
Yes.
How's it going?
What's up?
We're going to do a quick versus video. The new Hyperdunk versus the baby Hyperdunk.
Yeah, basically.
I mean, is that what's going on here?
Well, I guess Alphadunk versus
It's called the
baby
Alphadunk for sure.
Alphadunk? I don't know.
And this is the baby Alphadunk, but it's not. It's called the Zoom Rize.
Yeah.
But they look very similar.
Pretty damn similar, especially like this because of this 4-foot zoom in. And like this, you know, this high / mid cut is like basically the same as well.
This is the beta dunk.
Yes. But the price is very different though. This is $140, this is $180. $40 price difference, and does that mean this is better? So we'll find out. If you guys want to cop either of these, we'll leave links below. But let's get it started off with the Tracciones. So if you're playing on a clean court, they're both really good. They have good stops. I would say the Zoom Rize has a better stop though. The Alphadunk kind of like slides just a little bit, kind of like the Jordan 31. Definitely not as bad, but I just felt it a little bit, especially while going like forward. You know, so like when you do like a pull up and stuff, I definitely felt that. Doing step backs and like lateral movements, crossovers, it was a little bit better, but still, I'd say the Zoom Rize is still better. Dust, Zoom Rize for the win, 100%. This is the worst shoe I've ever played in on Dust, and I don't know what they did or what they were thinking when they made this. I don't know what it is.
Who tested it? I mean, what's going on?
Yeah, but yeah, horrible on Dust. So Zoom Rize for the win there. Durability should be good on both. They're both pretty hard and pretty thick rubber ouches. Yeah, maybe the Zoom Rize feels a little bit harder, but nah, I feel like durability should be around the same. So the occasional outdoor use should be okay for both of the shoes, but yeah.
That's a win for the Rize.
Yes.
Hard win. Okay,
Yes.
moving on to cushion.
Cushion.
Are these very similar? They look similar.
No,
Zoom unit and the 4-foot?
Yeah, they're kind of similar, but they feel pretty different. So as far as court feel goes, the Alphadunk feels a little bit better, just a tad bit better for court feel. The Zoom Rize you feel pretty damn high on. As far as the foam goes, especially in the heel, the Zoom Rize feels a lot softer. There's a lot more compression as well. So I kind of like how that feels. That feels a little bit better. And then the 4-foot zoom unit, obviously the Alphadunk is a lot easier to feel, especially right underneath your foot and just walking around. The Zoom Rize for me, I couldn't feel it as much just, you know, walking around, but when I started playing, I can feel it. And it felt more of like the LeBron 16 type of zoom unit feel, you know, like where it's like, you don't feel the zoom unit like right underneath your foot and you don't feel your foot like digging into the zoom unit as much. It just feels like more like bouncy, like this, like a trampoline effect.
Right.
And this, you just feel the entire zoom unit right underneath your foot. That feels pretty damn nice. But does it, you know, is it worth the $40 more? I don't really think so. And I feel like the heel is a little better than the Zoom Rize. So if you want that immediate like zoom unit feel underneath your foot, Alphadunk. If you want more of the LeBron 16 type of feel, Zoom Rize is the way to go. For me personally, I think I like the Zoom Rize a little better.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on to the upper slash materials. Again, they look kind of similar, but they're different.
Yeah.
You know, this is just an EM, right?
Yeah.
But it's kind of.
How is this an EM? I don't know.
I know it looks knitted together,
right?
but it's definitely like doesn't look like a premium knit.
Yeah.
And then you do have this knit with a very rough, like dimpled texture to it, and it also has like a TPU plastic glaze over the whole thing, almost like a light fuse. But I mean,
yeah. So as far as thickness goes, the Zoom Rize is definitely thicker because I think like, you know, at the peak of these dimples, it's probably like a little bit thicker than the Zoom Rize. But then when you get into like these little crevices, it gets thinner. So I guess overall it feels a little bit thinner because of that. But they're both soft, you know, like they both conform to your foot and stuff. They're not stiff at all. And yeah, so as far as that goes, I mean, on foot, I would say the Alphadunk feels a little bit nicer because I like a more minimal feel. But the Zoom Rize is still nice.
But like just straight premium, the Alpha is a little bit more premium, no?
You think so?
It looks more premium.
It looks like trash.
It does.
I hate how it looks.
It does look like trash.
Yeah.
But this looks like pretty budget.
Really? It doesn't look too budget to me. I don't know.
Really?
That's just
I guess that's just, you know, opinion.
I don't know.
But it doesn't really matter on foot. what are you leaning towards for just for performance?
They're both. I tied up for
Right.
performance, you know. Maybe leaning toward the Alphadunk actually because it is a little bit more minimal.
Right.
Also, you have Flywire in the Alphadunk. The Zoom Rise, you kind of don't. And then you have an asymmetrical lacing system in the Zoom Rise, and then just a regular lacing system in the Alphadunk.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate how they added this in the heel.
Yeah,
That's why would you do
unnecessary.
that? Why?
Totally unnecessary.
Just it makes it bulkier, heavier, and just extra material, extra cost for Nike as well. And just, you know, don't add that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I feel like sometimes they just come up with a design, and then they just do it.
Yeah.
And they don't even they're just like, well, that's just the design that
They
we
don't
drew out. So
think
let's
about
do
it.
that.
Yeah.
And then they, you know, sometimes they don't go, well, that's probably not the best for performance. You know.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Moving on to the fit, pretty much the same, go true to size, but I had a little bit of an issue. I guess that's more on lockdown though, but it's still like the fit didn't feel like super nice here in the midfoot area for me in the Alphadunk. The Zoom Rise felt a little bit more locked down, so I guess that kind of like glazed over lockdown a little bit. But as far as fit goes, true to size, lengthwise is good, and but I would say the Zoom Rise is a little bit narrower. So just watch out for that. The Alphadunk is a little bit easier to put on because the tongue does open up a little bit more. So just a little minor thing there. Sport and lockdown, I would say lateral containment. They both seem really good, but nothing really comes up here.
On both.
Yeah, on both.
Yeah.
So I felt a little bit of rolling of the material. You know how it goes like this and kind of like rolls. So definitely it wasn't horrible at all, but I just felt like my foot hitting the material and kind of like not stretching it, but just like kind of wanting to roll out a little bit.
Yeah, it's a good idea. You almost always to put a little bit of like rubber or foam here to cage you. Always, you know.
Exactly.
Anyways.
Yeah. So it's same for lateral containment ankle. They're both really good. I would say the Zoom Rise feels a little bit better because it hugs your ankle a little bit more. So if you want a little bit more ankle protection, then the Zoom Rise is a little better.
Right. Let's move on to weight.
So the Alphadunk is 14.22. I think this is like 12.77.
Wow.
Yeah, so
quite a bit lighter.
And 1 point something ounces, almost 2 ounces lighter.
Yeah.
It definitely feels a lot lighter. Yeah, a little bit more, way more responsive because the traction is so bad on. I play on dusty court, so yeah. Zoom Rise feels a little bit better.
Stepping comfort.
Stepping comfort, the Alphadunk is a little bit better because the Zoom is easier to feel.
Right.
Yeah.
Breaking time about the same.
They're both good right at the box. Nothing they're breaking really. So yeah.
Okay. Ventilation.
They're both hot. They're both on the warmer side of things. So yeah.
Durability, probably about the same.
Yeah, I'd say they're both good. They feel tanky. They feel well made and premium. So
yeah. Okay. Aesthetics.
I don't really like either, but I would
tied up as an L.
Yeah, tied up
about
as an L. Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Wrapping things up, don't even go for the Alphadunk. If you watch the Alphadunk review, don't get it. I didn't like it at all. Zoom Rise, on the other hand, in the Alphadunk review, I said this is mostly for big men. The Zoom Rise, I would say anyone would be really good to play in it. I mean, even guards, you know, like if you want like a more supportive shoe and stuff like that and better cushion than most guards' shoes, then this is a great option. So Zoom Rise for the win. Also, it's cheaper, $40 cheaper to be exact, at $140. So Zoom Rise for the win. Alphadunk is an L. If you guys want to get the Zoom Rise, I'll leave a link in the description box. But that's it. Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys next time.
Later.